thee, Joanna Elizabeth Plummer,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
So Joe, your turn. Repeat after me, please. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Joanna Elizabeth Plummer,
Joanna Elizabeth Plummer,
do take thee,
do take thee,
Joseph Philip Rees Kelly,
Joseph Philip Rees Kelly,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
If you put it on her finger. And repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
honesty,
honesty,
trust,
trust,
and respect.
and respect.
Wear it with love,
Wear it with love,
this day and every day.
this day and every day.
And I promise
And I promise
to love,
to love,
comfort,
comfort,
honour,
honour,
and protect you,
and protect you,
and be true to you
and be true to you
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
So Philip, if you will give Joanna Joe's ring, and Joanna, if you put it on his. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
honesty,
honesty,
trust,
trust,
and respect.
and respect.
Wear it with love,
Wear it with love,
this day and every day.
this day and every day.
And I promise to love,
And I promise to love,
comfort,
comfort,
honour,
honour,
and protect you,
and protect you,
and be true to you
and be true to you
for as long as we both shall live.
as long as we shall live.
So Joe and Joe, you have both made the declarations prescribed by law in the presence of your witnesses gathered here today. It's my great pleasure and my great privilege that I declare that you are now husband and wife.
What did you think of the wedding?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, so far so good. It's
Were
good.
you proud of your daughter?
Oh, couldn't be prouder, and always have been.
And doesn't she look beautiful?
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Glasses off.
It's a video. It's very posh, wasn't it?
Very good.
Very nice, but there's still a lot to be done
Unusual
today.
venue?
Huh?
Unusual venue? Different?
Yes, I know. It's lovely, isn't it? You think of the wedding?
Fabulous.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Girls look
To
fabulous.
be all weep? Did we all have a little cry?
No, we don't cry at weddings, do we?
No, it was lovely, wasn't it? Where did you get your bag from?
I think it was a Primark one.
John, I think you need to be in the session. Get on.
Very nice wedding.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Whoa. How's your day been?
Very good, yeah.
You're working hard.
Yes.
Got very important jobs, photographer and welcomer.
John's the chief welcomer.
Is he? How are you getting on with being chief
I've been
welcomer?
asked to do one important job, and I failed. Bride's on the left, groom's on the right.
Oh,
Is that right?
I don't know. Have you chosen?
I'm not quite sure.
How do you know the bride and groom?
We know Boy Joe, how we refer to him, he's confusing with two Joe Kellys now. We know Joe Kelly, Boy Joe Kelly, from university.
Ah.
Yeah, so we've got some stories to tell.
So what can we tell about the days at university? That's
Not for camera, not for camera. We are in a church. No, No. Maybe later.
Have you got the rings again? We're all here. Yeah. Where's the bride?
Lovely jewellery.
Anyone found the bride? Oh.
Beautiful jewellery.
Oh, thank you. Very expensive, you can tell.
And I've just told Granny that she looks lovely and she said it's made her day.
Oh.
Granny's like, I'm with the vicar.
Lovely church here.
Yeah, I built it myself.
Did you? How long did it take?
I've never been here and probably never to be here again. But it's beautiful, isn't it?
It is lovely.
Standing room only.
Yes, it is. It
You
is.
just know I've got to get it right, haven't I? I sat there and went through the service yet again. Hello. I told you I'd be in a dress.
Hello.
You look stunning. Let me tell you this wonderful thing. You know, ages ago you gave me some forget-me-not seeds.
Yes.
This morning, the first one flowered in my garden.
Oh.
Can you believe that?
Now, what does Dad do when we walk up the aisle?
I will tell you what to do. Just stay beside Joe until I tell you to sit down.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so
Fantastic.
now, I have to ask you as minister, would you still like to marry this man this afternoon?
Yes, thanks.
Beloved speaks and says to me, "Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. But now the winter is past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers appear on the earth, the time of singing has come, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. The fig tree puts forth its figs, and the vines are in blossom. They give forth fragrance. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away."
Will both of you look for the brightness of life and the positive in each other?
We will.
And so, the binding is made. Anyone like to best man? Might you burden, Joe?
I know.
Joe, might you burden, Joe? Is that your intent? Will you share the burdens of each so that your spirits may grow in this union? Joe and Joe have given their consent and made their marriage vows to each other. They have declared their marriage by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of rings. I therefore proclaim that they are husband and wife. This your bride.
working for the Welsh Rugby Union that you met Joe. I've been told it was in one of the classier nightclubs. They then moved to Bristol and have been together ever since. Welcome into our family, Joe. Couldn't have asked for welcome into our family, Joe. I couldn't have asked for a lovelier son-in-law. A few words of advice for you though, Joe. From my experience as an old married man, just forget all the very, very small, insignificant, tiny little mistakes and gaffes you make throughout your married life, because there's no point in you both remembering them. Thank you, Colette and Phil, not just for your kind generosity, but for your help in finding this lovely venue, and also your help with Joe's dress hunting and hairstyling, and just being there if she needed you. Last but not least, thank you, Mary, the flower girl, for
Jenny, I unfortunately never had the pleasure to meet Jenny. A lot of people have said how much of Jenny is in Joe, and she must be an incredible person. And I feel like I've met her a bit of her through you, and I wish you would hear.
To Jenny.
That's it. And also, my grandma, that's my other granddad, but John couldn't say granddad when he was younger, so we all know him very fondly as Gangy. None of them had the opportunity to meet Joe, but I have no doubt at all that they would have absolutely loved you. So here's to Grandma, Granddad and Gangy. I haven't brought my drink up with me, it's just as well, because the amount of crazy glasses we're going to have here will be pissed by then. And last but no means least, Auntie Margaret, who passed away literally a couple of weeks ago. She mentioned how happy she was that Jen and Jenna were coming over for the wedding. So we know that she was very happy about that. So to Auntie Margaret as well.
Yeah.
Small sip each, please, guys. And just to say thank you ever so much to John. You've been incredibly generous. I'm sure that all of you will join in with me in saying thank you very much to John as well. We've had an absolutely incredible day. And on the subject of independence, it's incredibly ironic that today is the day that I lost mine. Jo explained to me this morning that she's revoked my independence. She did say that the core rights that were mentioned in the declaration are retained for our marriage, but she's tweaked them slightly. And I've explained to Jo already that they are stated in the declaration as being inalienable. And again, Thomas, that means that you're not allowed to take them away from the person that possesses them. And, I'll pass on to my best man and my father.
Well, how do you follow that? Prynawn dda, bod ddigon a bod y gesau. Hoffwn i ystod croes i cynnes I chi I Gymru a chlysu'r nhw'n hapus. Priodas rhwng dau o bobl arbennig iawn. Joseph mae bab hawthgaraf ddyn gorau a'i rhag Jo, merch llwyddanol o Brynfed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all here in Wales for a very happy and special occasion. My blood are going to start now. The marriage of two very special people. My lovely boy Joe, my best friend, and his stunningly beautiful wife. I am Joe, truly overwhelmed that you chose me to be your best man. Stunning, thank you very much. It may be a little premature in the order of events to thank Joseph on behalf of the bridesmaids, but I must do so. You were all great, and Nanny, again, another round of applause for you. Well done. You all did such a good job and looked sensational. It went absolutely perfectly, but one of the very few perks you get as being part of the organisation and being part of this event is to have a little insight on things. This morning, up at 6 o'clock, you could have cut the atmosphere with a knife. The language was absolutely appalling. The tension, you could have cut it with a knife. I'm sure my bum looks fat in this. Do you think the lip gloss goes with my hair and the flowers? How do I look? But it's all surely been worthwhile. Ladies and gentlemen, the ushers. What a cheerful little chap he was. There he was, 6 o'clock in the morning again. Bright sunny morning, very hot. Dad, 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 dad. I get a nudge from her indoors. I've been up all night, you go and see to it. So there he is, bouncing up and down in his cot. 2 front teeth, one up top, one down bottom. Dad, dad, dad. Jumping up and down, so I pick him up. Take him into the room. Colette says, look, it's so hot, why don't you take his pyjamas off? And took his pyjamas off, blowing raspberries on his stomach. And there he is, dribbling, gooing at me too. Take his nappy off, he looks so hot. What did he do? He stood in the Mrs. Joe Kelly. Before he arrives home from work, prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes to rest. So you'll feel refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup. Put a ribbon in your hair. And be fresh looking. When he arrives, be happy to see him. Greet him with a warm smile and show sincerity in your desire to please him. Listen to him. You may have a dozen important things to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the best time to tell him. Let him talk first. Remember, his topics of conversation are far more important than yours. It's true. Make him comfortable. Have him lie back in a comfortable chair, or have him lie down in the bedroom. Well, don't take long. Offer to take off his shoes. Speak in a soft, smoothing and pleasant voice. Allow him to relax and unwind. Don't ask questions about his actions or question his judgment or integrity. Remember, he is the man of the house. You have no right to question him. And finally, last but not least, a good wife always knows her place. Joseph Kelly, don't try that at home. Please join me, ladies and gentlemen, in a toast to the bride and groom, Mr. Joe Kelly.
How come you look so alike?
I don't know, it just must be the genes. We've both got the beauty genes.
Special request from a
like you all to join them down on the dance floor now, please. Everybody down onto the dance floor. Thank you.
You signed up for what?
You're doing it again, Mel.
Well, we don't know. And in 10 minutes.
I'm trying to get out of the way.
Wow, well, I've got to find out how you are today.
Oh, great. Oh, Father and I was around 5 o'clock yesterday, anyway.
I hear you've been cleaning the toilets this morning.
I cleaned the toilets, yes. Yeah. I even used a brush.
Fantastic. What a lovely day it was yesterday. And everyone's enjoyed the barbecue. And just all the comments about it being such a relaxed wedding, and everybody really enjoyed themselves. So.
And what about today? Who's here today?
Everybody's come back, which was a big surprise for the Joes. I thought it would be about 20 people, and it's 100. So it's been a bit of a rush this morning, but we got there.
It was absolutely perfect, Mel. It was just beyond our wildest dreams. It's just been the weather, the location, everyone being so happy. No, I'm just so pleased. I well up when I start thinking about it, but it's been lovely.
And what about your mum and dad? How have they been during the last couple of months getting ready for this wedding?
Been busy, very, very busy, and thought about just about everything really. And yeah, Dad did the booze order, which he very much enjoyed, I think. And then also planning the barbecue today was quite a bit of a mission as well, so they did incredibly well.
What does it feel like by being Mr. and Mrs. Joe and Joe Kelly?
It's surreal. It hasn't quite sunk in yet, if I'm honest. But brilliant.
Joe Kelly feels absolutely fine because I call Joe Kelly all the time, so I don't mind being called Joe Kelly because it seems almost natural. But the Mrs. bit is going to take some getting used to because that seems really alien to me.
Pnawn dda, bore ddigon a bore dy'r gesau. Hoffwn i esto croesi cynnes I Gymru a chnisu'r nhw'n hapus. Rhywbeth rhwng dau o bobl arbennig iawn. Joseph mae bab hawthgar ddyn gorau, a'i rhag Jo, merch llwyddanol o Brynfed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to you all here in Wales to a very happy and special occasion. My blood is going to start now. The marriage of two very special people. My lovely boy, Joe, my best friend, and his stunningly beautiful wife. I am, Joe, truly overwhelmed that you chose me to be your best man. Stunning, thank you very much. It may be a little premature in the order of events to thank Joseph on behalf of the bridesmaids, but I must do so. You were all great, and Nanny, again, another round of applause for you. Well done. You all did such a good job and looked sensational. It went absolutely perfectly, but one of the very few perks you get as being part of the organisation and being part of this event is to have a little insight on things. This morning, up at 6 o'clock, you could have cut the atmosphere with a knife. The language was absolutely appalling. The tension, you could have cut it with a knife. I'm sure my bum looks fat in this. Do you think the lip gloss goes with my hair and the flowers? How do I look? But it's all surely been worthwhile. Ladies and gentlemen, the ushers. Now, the best man's speech. Shock, horror. How the hell do you do it when it's your son? Well, the first thing I did was to go to the internet. Yeah, it parks up very close to how to choose a mango or how to choose a mattress. I picked up a few tips. How did you meet the groom? Well, that's a bit of a given as well, isn't it? I was the first to hold him, first to talk to him. I've watched him suckle, I've watched him stagger around naked, I've dressed him, I've undressed him. What was it this morning? It's traditional for the best man to tell a few saucy anecdotes about the groom. But I have to tread very carefully because Joe has far more ammunition available to him about me than I have about him. So I too am going to tiptoe through without any aids. John, well done with the aids, I didn't get any of that. But Joseph at 6 months, what a cheerful little chap he was. There he was, 6 o'clock in the morning again. Bright sunny morning, very hot. Dad, 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 dad. I get a nudge from her indoors. I've been up all night, you go and see to it. So there he is, bouncing up and down in his cot. 2 front teeth, one up top, one down bottom. Dad, dad, dad. Jumping up and down, so I pick him up. Take him into the room. Colette says, look, it's so hot. Why don't you take his pyjamas off? And took his pyjamas off. Blowing raspberries on his stomach. And there he is, dribbling, gooing at me too. Take his nappy off. He looks so hot. What did he do? He stood in the morning. Joe, Mrs. Joe Kelly, do not try that at home. Joseph at the age of 6, I think he got me into trouble. I'm not sure whether he thinks it's vice versa. We went to a parents' evening, and there the lovely Miss Jackson. And I said, how's our quiet little boy? Quiet? He's over in there in the corner. He's disruptive. He's spoiling the class. We've had to segregate him. He never normally does anything in class, never contributes until today. Well, what was happening? You know, we were absolutely devastated. What were we doing? The Hut word. She sells seashells sitting on the seashore. Who knows the word beginning with Hut? Shit, miss. That is quite, I thought it was quite funny, but Miss Jackson was absolutely apoplectic. So, shock horror, first thing in the morning, got Joe up a little earlier. Joe, you said a naughty word to Miss Jackson. Shit's a naughty word. Sorry, Daddy didn't know shit was a naughty word. We're going to write a letter to Miss Jackson. We're learning to write. You still haven't learned, Joe, but you still carry on. and we were going to say sorry to him. We went, and I had to ask Joe before going to see Mr. Jackson where he'd heard that naughty word from. And guess what? I said it all the time. So Mr. Jackson got double apologies. Now, very few of you know that Joe is a very talented advocate. And taking you up to present day, he's a lawyer, unlike Thomas. And has been commended very recently about his art of advocacy. Now, this is a talent that Joe has been working on for quite some time. Preparation is strength, Joe, isn't it? And the cross-examination went something like this. Question, Joe, do you know how far pregnant you are now? Answer, 3 months in November. Joe, rubbing his chin rather sanguinely, said, so the date of conception was August? Yes. And so what were you doing at the time? Never mind. Today, as I'm sure we've all agreed, is a very special occasion. The marriage itself, the celebration of friends and family. I did ask John Plummer whether he had any reservations about Joseph marrying his lovely daughter. And in his usual pensive, sanguine manner, suggested this, that things from a very early age was settled by him. He used to take Joe to bed and put a dummy and settled it down, and he's so pleased that things aren't going to change an awful lot. My real worry, though, today was, and I'm sure our English friends will forgive me for this, because I'm sure they had some similar fears as well. Just how are the Welsh going to get on with English today? Just how. In a very special year when minor counties east and minor counties south have been drawn against Wales in the Rugby World Cup. It's a difficult day to manage, but again, what did I do? Look to John for some inspiration. John, you've been a tremendous support to me. And again, rubbing his chin, concluded the relationship between the Welsh and the English is based upon trust and understanding. The Welsh don't trust us, and we don't understand them. I'm delighted to report, however, that there are definitely signs of improvement. Only this morning, Joseph and I went for a walk to calm nerves, mine, not his. And we walked up to the mountain over there. I think it's Sugarloaf or Mountain Top, I'm not too sure which one it is. And we chanced upon a Welsh farmer who was tending to his flock. And might I say, they were a very good-looking bunch as well. That's an aside. There he was with his dogs walking up the mountain, and halfway up he could see a man drinking from a stream. And on the top of the mountain was his flock of sheep, doing what sheep do. They drink water, they eat grass, and nature takes its course. And the farmer was absolutely devastated and shouted, "Hai ever de dŵr, mae'n fi," which loosely translated means "don't drink the water, it's disgusting." The man cupped his hand to his ear, couldn't hear a word he said, and so the farmer started springing up the hill. "Paid ever, dŵr fi, divide and calwr y dŵr. Don't drink the water. The sheep are pooing and weeing it." Yeah, eventually the farmer got there breathless. And there's the man who said, "Hello, chap." Very, very, very nice to see you. At first I couldn't hear a word you said, and then I couldn't understand the word you said. What are you trying to say? The farmer took a deep breath and said, "Well," he said, "all I was trying to tell you was, if you use both hands, you get more in at the same time." Kelly. Yes, you did spoil it for me, Joe. You look stunning today, absolutely beautiful. I'm sure we all agree with that. You do bring happiness into to everybody that you meet. You bring joy into a room. You make it alive. John, thank you very much for sharing this beautiful lady with us. The last question, I hope I'm not going on too long, is to offer some words of advice. And again, what do you do? Look to the internet. Laugh and the world laughs with you, snore and you sleep alone. Well, okay. For better or worse, Joseph, you couldn't have done any better. Joe, you couldn't have done any worse. But I did resort to the internet, and it's a snapshot from 1955, 60 years ago, and it's entitled "They Lived Happily Ever After." It's an extract from the Good Wife's Guide of 1955, which may be as valuable today, I know not, as it was then. But Mrs. Joe Kelly, before he arrives home from work, prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes to rest. So you'll feel refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup, put a ribbon in your hair, and be fresh looking. When he arrives, be happy to see him. Greet him with a warm smile and show sincerity in your desire to please him. Listen to him. You may have a dozen important things to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the best time to tell him. Let him talk first. Remember, his topics of conversation are far more important than yours. It's true. Make him comfortable. Have him lie back in a comfortable chair, or have him lie down in the bedroom. Well, don't take long. Offer to take off his shoes. Speak in a soft, smoothing and pleasant voice. Allow him to relax and unwind. Don't ask questions about his actions or question his judgment or integrity. Remember, he is the man of the house. You have no right to question him. And finally, last but not least, a good wife always knows her place. Joseph Kelly, don't try that at home. Join me, ladies and gentlemen, in a toast to the bride and groom, Mr. Joe Kelly.
On the subject of independence, it's incredibly ironic that today is the day that I lost mine. Jo explained to me this morning that she's revoked my independence. She did say that the core rights that were mentioned in the Declaration are retained for our marriage, but she's tweaked them slightly. And I've explained to Jo already that they are stated in the Declaration as being inalienable. And again, telling us that means that you're not allowed to take them away from the person that possesses them. And a lot of people have said how much of Jenny is in Jo, and she must be an incredible person. And I feel like I've met a bit of her through you, and I wish you were here.
To Jenny.
That's it. And also, my grandma, that's my other granddad, but John couldn't say granddad when he was younger, so we all made him very fondly as Gangi. None of them had the opportunity to meet Jo, but I have no doubt at all that they would absolutely loved you. So here's to Grandma, Granddad and Gangi. I haven't brought my drink up with me, it's just as well, because the amount of racing glasses we're going to have here will be finished by then. And last but no means least, Auntie Margaret, who passed away literally a couple of weeks ago. She mentioned how happy she was that Jen and Jenna were coming over for the wedding. So we know that she was very happy about that. So to Auntie Margaret as well.
Yeah.
Small sip each, please, guys. And just to say thank you ever so much to John. You've been incredibly generous. I'm sure that all of you will join in with me in saying thank you very much to John as well. We've had an absolutely incredible day.
She said she was very surprised when Evan knocked on the front door, wearing nothing but a small apron. Apparently she felt fairly uncomfortable until she'd invited him into the kitchen for a chat and a nice cup of tea. She did. You designed some wonderful invitation cards, Ali, plus the hours you must have spent on all the bunting there, plus the cheesecake. Thank you so much. Thank you, Colette and Phil, not just for your kind generosity, but for your help in finding this lovely venue, and also your help with Jo's dress hunting and hairstyling, and just being there if she needed you. Last but not least, thank you, Mary, the flower girl, Now I better tell you about my darling daughter's earlier years without embarrassing her too much. It was a terrible shock for all of us who were close to her. Jen was a dear mother, wife and friend. She was someone who brought so much joy and fun to all of us around her. Even though she was very ill, she always looked towards the future and knew you would make a beautiful bride someday, darling. And had she known that you were the groom, Jo, she could not have been happier. It was while you were working for the Welsh Rugby Union that you met Jo. I've been told it was in one of the classier nightclubs. They then moved to Bristol and have been together ever since. Welcome into our family, Jo. Couldn't have asked for welcome into our family, Jo. I couldn't have asked for a lovelier son-in-law. A few words of advice for you though, Jo. From my experience as an old married man, just forget all the very, very small, insignificant, tiny little mistakes and gaffes you make throughout your married life, because there's no point in you both remembering them. Would you please raise your glasses for lovely Jo and Jo?